Hey, how's everybody doing this evening? I want to talk a little bit more about the EOS platform and possible uses for the EOS platform, of which we don't really have any kind of way of wrapping our mind around that. I don't think anybody, like I say, including the people involved with EOS, the founders and the people working on it, I don't think anybody knows how far this is going to go. And it's going to go a long way. There's no other place for this for an expansion to take place in our world today. And what I mean by expansion is we have a money system in our world today that is old, obsolete, and does not serve very many people. The system of currencies, the system of money being hoarded by certain people. The inability for people to get money to start ideas and to do things, that all is very archaic, very old-fashioned, does not work in today's world. I believe one of the only hopes for our future, future as far as economy and as far as people having a high standard of living is the blockchain. The blockchain and cryptocurrencies, that's the future. Whatever people say about governments are not going to allow this, there's going to be all kinds of barriers to this happening. Bullshit. I don't believe that, and I think anybody that believes that is really being an ostrich. You're just sticking your head in the sand and you're not looking at reality. Reality of the situation is this idea, the technological advances of blockchain, and the the cryptocurrencies and the ability to expand money to make money more available to more people is inevitable to happen. Is inevitable to happen as anything that we can ever think of. It's going to happen. There's just no doubt about it. If a country does not want to allow this to happen, if a country starts putting restrictions and barriers on EOS initial coin offerings, they'll do it someplace else. They'll go somewhere else in the world. Those countries that will do this will participate, and they will prosper. The people that don't do it will turn into the North Koreas of the world. They will be isolated, and they won't participate. And if countries after a while will start to realize that we need to participate, we have to participate. We have to lower the barriers. We have to make it easier for people to do this. And I really believe one of the biggest things that EOS platform is going to be used for is an initial coin offering. In today's world, the raising of money, well, let's just back up for a second. In today's world, it's almost impossible to get a business going. It really is difficult. And I've started a few businesses, and I know it's very, very difficult to get money. Very difficult to fund anything. Not because the business doesn't have a good idea, not because the business wouldn't succeed. It's because not most of the time, almost 95% of the time, people run out of money if they're going to try to start a business. They just simply don't have the funding to do it. With an initial coin offering and a smart contract and putting it on a platform like EOS, this will be the boom of the next generation. It will be boom of this generation, and it's not going to take long for that to happen. It won't be long before people start understanding that if you don't stimulate business, that nobody prospers. Everybody suffers. That's why I'm not, and I won't go into politics because if people listen to my channel before, they know I'm not someone that believes that you're going to bring back old economies and get people to go prosper again. I don't think you're going to increase tariffs on other countries. I don't think you're going to bring back jobs that have long since gone away, industrial age jobs. I mean, these things are just, it's in the past, just like a lot of things are in the past. It's over with. You either progress with the future or you die in the past. And the old way of doing the old jobs, the old economy, the tariffs and all that stuff, it's got to die, because we're in an internet age. We're in an age of information, and we're in an age of connectivity, and everybody around the globe able to communicate with everybody else. How are you going to start putting restrictions on people? You can't do it. And the countries that do that, they're going to suffer. They're going to die on the vine. That's all there is to it. So this is the way of the future, and we're early in this new age, this new time, this new prosperity. We're early in this, and it will happen. And I believe there's certain companies that are going to be better position than other companies. But I think there's going to be, a lot of activity in this space, a lot of activity in these with this kind of new ideas and technologies, especially in the ICO. And right now, the only ICO platform you have is Ethereum. And there's another thing that's people ask me about the airdrops. They ask me about the registering the token and this stuff, because that's on the Ethereum platform. I don't really talk about it too much because I understand Ethereum, but I'm not that big of an expert on Ethereum, so I don't talk about wallets. I don't talk about airdrops. I don't talk about registering tokens. I just don't talk about that kind of stuff. That's a big thing right now. I'm looking forward to the future when everything's on the EOS platform, and I believe it's going to be much more secure, much easier to not have things happen to your wallet and some of the things that people talk about. I think there's other YouTube channels that have been talking about that. I'm not going to get involved with that. It's like me talking about someone's bank account. I'm not going to give you any information on how to switch bank accounts or how to change bank accounts. That's up to you. But I will give you some updates as far as when these airdrops are happening. I believe one's coming up pretty quick, and I'll kind of give you a heads up. And maybe I'll give you a little bit of information about the registering of the tokens. I mean, kind of generic information, but I've registered tokens. It's not that difficult. But again, in fact, it's coming up pretty quickly. We got the 1st of June. Right now we're a little, getting close to halfway through April. So we got some really good stuff coming up. And like I say, this is going to be a great boom for the world. It'll be a great boom for the world. In fact, it's the only hope we have. The only hope we have is for something new to take over the whole monetary money exchange system. There has to be something else take over. Not to mention all the burdens of their past systems, and it's past. It's had its day. I mean, all that stuff's had its day. The new day is arriving. The new time is arriving. The coin, the tokens, it's arriving. This is it. You want to be on, or you want to sit around and say, oh well, this is never going to happen because somebody's going to come in and make some law against it. That's really backward thinking. That's not progressive thinking. That's not innovative thinking. It is happening. I mean, I'm not saying stuff theoretically. I'm saying stuff reality. I'm saying stuff today. I'm saying stuff now. This is happening now. ICOs are taking place. You can do it on the Ethereum platform. They will be taking place in the handfuls when EOS gets established and you're able to put in the smart contracts on their platform. This is going to be happening, more than most people realize. More people that this will be a huge boom. I was a stockbroker in the mid-1980s in Denver, Colorado, with penny stocks. We raised a lot of money. I spent most of my time raising money, and when we raised money, that's the only thing you could do. You had to go to investors, and you had to raise money. If you raised money, then you got these companies up and running, and not all of them succeeded. Some of them, a lot of them didn't succeed. Some of them did, but the ones that succeeded, some of them become very good deals for people that put money in it early on in the game. Now, I'm not necessarily talking about everything built on the platform, because there's going to be things built on the platform that that don't materialize, but that's not the issue. We don't need to worry about the ideas that don't materialize. We just need to worry about the platform to do it under, the platform to do it with. And this has to take place. The system today is broken. The way things are done today is broken. That's why we're in a jobless economy. That's why people are struggling. That's why we have a president wanting to go back and place tariffs on other countries. That's why we have a president that wants to take and try to get jobs back from countries where the jobs haven't been here for 30 or 40 years. I mean, we have to move forward. And I hope he does see this. I hope our current administration, and I hope that the people that are in power will see this and understand this, and won't put a barrier up to it. Because if they do, put barriers. There will just be other countries that don't put the barriers up. So I believe that the blockchain, cryptocurrencies, these are our only hope for the future, for a prosperous future. And if we go ahead, if countries allow this, people believe in it, people continue to invest in it, that this will be the way the future works. It will work under the blockchain, ICO, cryptocurrency world. And that's the world we have. That's the world we'll have. And I'm looking forward to it because I think it's going to be a great world. Much better than we've had up to this time. Much, much, much better. So anyway, I appreciate you watching, and hopefully we'll have some more good stuff tomorrow. Thank you.